College Prefects Edition.
Today we have with us a former first 11 cricketer, Kishan Munasinghe. On my left, I have Shan Veeratunga. On my right, Dinesh David. Next to him, Shoket Billy Moria and Manadu Rabel. I'm Manjika Fernando, and let's start this podcast. Anyway.
Let's go.
So Kishan, as a former first 11 cricketer, he's played 3 years. He's played the big match for 3 years. What's the pressure like? What's the difference in
from being a fresher and from being a colorsman?
that?
So there's actually no huge difference, but when you're a fresher you feel a lot more pressure because it's your first time playing and playing in front of such a huge crowd and you don't know what to expect. So like the first hour or so you get really nervous and you don't know what to do kind of. So
I mean, that's expected when you're starting something, when you're thrown into it, you genuinely have no
1,400
idea.
people watching you.
Yeah, you genuinely have no idea what's
So
going on.
when you go into a second and third years, you kind of know what to expect, like the crowd and the noise and the fact that you can't hear anything in the middle.
That was my other question. Do you even hear any Thoraparas we do?
No, you can't. It's just all like a blur.
Yeah, because the only thing
So-
we basically do as a boys
6
more or
hours of
less.
Thoraparas.
6 hours of Thoraparas.
We can't hear it.
For nothing.
It's fine. It's
fine.
it's
we
for us.
we,
It's
we
for us.
can hear it like if you
Once in a
if you
while.
do it in the morning
Yeah,
when the
no,
crowd
there's
is
no
less.
crowd.
When we're all saying
Oh,
But if you if you do it like on the third day in the evening, then there's no chance.
There is no chance.
I was gonna ask, is it different? Like, so you've defended a shield, you've won a shield, and you've drawn a shield.
Yeah.
Have any of them been different?
So my first 2 years, we didn't have the shield with us. So actually there is no difference because we always go to win. Like
Yeah,
we
that's
aim to win the match because if you try to draw, then it's kind of
probably
playing
lose.
negative
Yeah.
and you'll probably end up losing. There's not such a huge difference, but you could say the pressure is a bit less when you're defending the shield because you know that you still have the shield and
Yeah.
It's back at home. And
yeah.
not sure. Is the noise a distraction compared to other matches that you normally play? Because if you play normally in school, there's
It's
barely
really
a crowd.
quiet, yeah,
it's really quiet and calm. But then then in the big match, the stadium, it's like 24/7. Like it's noise. It's probably white noise. That's
It can be a distraction, but you're not supposed to pay attention to the crowd because
But it must be hard not to pay attention to the crowd, right?
yeah. So it's actually not that hard because when you're focused,
is on the
you
game.
just
You play for.
like when you're fielding and all, like during a over or something, you can just.
Say hi.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
you
remember- I
won't
remember
say
Shalin
you
was
won't say
dancing.
hi to the crowd,
Shalin
but you
was
could
dancing
like
with
You
the
look-
stables music in one ear.
You look around and
you can just look
see
around and see, but
what's going on.
like when you're batting, you have to concentrate on.
Kishan, I've always had a question. I've seen those bows that turn white and then show the sponsorships.
Yeah.
Do those really help?
The side screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually helps when the bowler comes in. It can cause a distraction if the color changes or
Yeah,
if
because
it.
You can't see the
Yeah.
ball
we're
there.
not allowed
Yeah.
to walk across when
When
Yeah,
it's
so
the white
some
lines.
some batsmen are really peculiar about that because they can see that as a distraction, even if they see a bit of movement behind. So then they stop everything and ask the people to move.
Shayan, you were really highly involved in the cycle parade last year because you were one of the guys who were organizing it.
Yeah.
Just run us through that day.
Wait, you will have a boys' tent as well, right?
Boys tent as well as selling the t-shirts and things like that to all the boys. Well, cycle parade was a different kind of experience for me, to say the least. I had to truly look in and find singular words that I've never even thought of speaking before. Just think, okay, you have a white boy going to all the police stations to get permission with a letter that's in full Sinhala that has words that that I rarely see.
It's not in your vocabulary.
I don't think it's still.
It's not in our syllabus.
It's not in your syllabus, it's not in our vocabulary. Great.
But I think it helped me also in a way to like build up my speaking ability. Not in the best of ways, but it was not bad. Then getting the parking and things like that, and
Because at prep, we had to, while the main parade started at St. Thomas's Prep at Kolupitia, the parking was at the car park next door. There was a construction site for the Grand Hyatt.
Grand Hyatt, yeah.
Yeah, so we had to book that whole place and arrange and plan it in a way where all the vehicles could leave in one.
Where
way.
first we'd send the bicycles,
Yeah,
then we
the
would send the
trucks.
cars, and then we would send the trucks last. But this time we weren't allowed to have that many trucks because of that DS Naika issue where they swerved into another car during their parade.
Yeah, there's that video that's
Yeah.
circulating around.
That was, well, we were given many rules which, well, kind of reduce the freedom that the students usually have during the parade, like
Sitting in the trunk of the car.
Sitting in the trunk of the car, sitting on the window.
I mean, the whole experience is to be outside. I mean, it's called a cycle parade, but you can still experience it in your vehicle as
Yeah.
long as you stay, like, put your head out and things like that. But I think it went really smoothly, other than for the fact there was a small miscommunication between the fire department and us.
What happened there?
So they were supposed to come at 6. They come at like 7:30 and give me a call while I'm cycling like Vellavatta, I think, and they're here, and I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do? So I had to cycle all the way back to Bambalapitiya and cycle again with them.
You couldn't just climb into the fire truck.
So just so you know, college prefects, we don't technically take our vehicles or the trucks. We either cycle or we walk the whole thing.
Our head prefect walked the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he can't cycle.
Exposed.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, for me also that day was a completely different experience because it was my birthday that day and I was cycling against. Well, I do it.
Everyone cared, I'm sorry.
And yeah, actually it did because I was cycling against traffic down Duplication Road and everyone was shouting and stuff like that. So
I can't remember that happening. It must have felt like the Queen.
no, the Queen does not cycle down a road against
That would
traffic.
be a funny image. That would be a funny image.
But sometimes it's a bit frustrating when you're still cycling one way and then you see people already on the other side going and you're like thirsty
Yeah,
and
honestly,
it's a bit frustrating, but I mean, can't help, right?
yeah.
The sun was
Oh god, it was
crazy
so hot
that
there.
day.
Sun was bad.
And I mean, we were all tired from the night before, and everything leading up to the day of big match was tiring
It
for
was
all the
hectic.
prefects.
That was probably the most tiring week of my life.
Yeah,
It's definitely the most tiring week of my life.
But it was also the most fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Easily.
in addition to cycle parade, that day souvenirs came in. The rugby team were having the encounter against St. Joseph's. Dinesh actually played that match. So Dinesh, how was because that would have been a completely different experience for you because you were obviously training for the match, so you all were.
And you also helped organize a cycle parade as well.
Yeah. we'll get back
We'll
to
get
that.
there.
Yeah, but Dinesh helped. Dinesh, how was the whole
How was the environment?
It was a very
the calm
calming
environment?
No, so the thing is, that day was really different from when we usually get ready for matches. We usually stay in the school sick room, which has a lot of beds for us to just relax and stay calm. So then usually some of the boys we like to go down, just have a small walk around the grounds and just come back. And usually it's very quiet and nothing's really going on. But that day there was just people flooding in. There were bicycles, there were vehicles. There was so much noise. So it was definitely different, but at the same time it was a kind of good different. One of those difference like, wow, okay, this is actually pretty exciting. It got our levels up and we were just really excited to play that day. Not that we aren't excited to play other
Oh, no.
It added a new level
A
to
different
that.
flair.
Yeah. Getting on to organizing the cycle parade.
Dinesh,
Dinesh.
what was that? What happened? You went to AU Entertainment to get a truck, but you got a what? You got a generator, was it? Why don't you tell us that story?
I don't know this.
So, yes, I was in charge of organizing the water trucks and whatnot for the cycle parade.
What not?
Sure, were you?
Yeah, so I went to AU Entertainment actually to try and hire a truck or trucks in plural, but they
They gave him a generator or generators in
Generator
plural.
in plural.
asked them if they did trucks. They looked at me like I was crazy, which
So
was
everyone looks at you.
yes.
Just speak in Sinhala.
Oh.
That answers the question.
So that day I tried getting trucks and they just told me they didn't do trucks. Those are the people at the front desk. So then
Are you
tried-
sure at the right place?
Yes, actually. I
Yes.
double checked. I checked 2 other places also. Those were not.
Dinesh, you could have just spoken to them in English.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
know they do
understand
speak in
English.
English, right?
I know that now.
A year
Dinesh,
later.
I've gone there and I've spoken to them in English.
Okay, so I identified.
At least I didn't get a generator instead of a fire truck.
Okay, let's calm this down. Dinesh, get back to your story.
So I had to find alternative sources of hiring trucks. So I found this place actually called Siripala Trucking Organization, something like that. I looked it up on Google Maps and I found what I thought was a head office.
Sounds reliable.
It was down a lane near the Kilopana market, and I mean, it seemed okay. So when I finally went there in a newborn hot day, I was just walking up and down, and I could not find any
Siripala trucks.
Siripala trucks, no head office, nothing. But then I saw that there were 3 just pickup trucks just waiting outside, and I just thought they might work for them. So I went and asked them where the head office was, and they said mega head office. So
Did you meet Siripala?
That's the big
Meet the
question.
man.
So you meet the man.
I did not. I met this guy named Sena Nayaka. I asked him if he could get me a quotation, and he was in a truck just looking at me. Right?
What's
Saying
a
that we
quotation?
went. So then, yeah, I told all of this to my senior, and he went with me to AU Entertainment the next time, and we spoke to one of the supervisors there, and we asked him if they did trucks. First thing he said was, sure, when do you walk? so then,
This is like what? A week before cycle parade?
a week before cycle parade. So then my seniors just looked at me and I just froze.
Dinesh, can you remember what you asked them exactly in Sinhala?
Yeah, why don't we
Why don't you tell
Why
us?
don't you tell everyone?
Yes, we'll translate and tell.
Pick up trucks. Okay, so the ironic thing was that they said that they do rent out trucks, but they get the trucks from other corps. So like they make the quotation, but
They're the
they
middleman.
Huh?
They were the middleman.
Yeah, they are the middlemen. So the person they got the trucks from was Siripala Trucks.
Oh my god.
So they
I did not see that coming.
So they didn't have the contact number. So then they were like, oh, we had to find the contact number. I was like, I got it right here. So in the end, we got the trucks, we got them to prep and mount and back. So it was a happy ending to the story.
Yeah. So Rabel and Shoket, if you both agree with me that Boysent last year was not like any other year, it was a completely different level. Everyone was pumped to the max. The house prefects, the students. Normally inside the Boysent there's this set who just sits at the back and watches the match. There wasn't a set like that last year. Everyone.
They sit in the back and they watch the monitors of the match happening, right?
Yeah.
But last year that wasn't the case.
Everyone
Everyone
joined
was
in.
dancing and enjoying it.
So what happened was we just got some random guy who had a phone, plug his phone into the speaker, and we said play music.
And he played Summer
And
of
he
Six.
played it like it was amazing. I've
He
never
was a good
seen.
DJ.
Yeah.
He was a
I
good
don't
DJ.
actually don't know who it was.
No one knows.
house priest used to sit on the top of the fence, and I tell the house priest, go tell this guy to play this song, and then that song would play. I still don't know who the heck was playing all the music. And like, so after all the years of Kampa Big Match, like I've never seen the prefects dancing and partying the way they have.
Probably enjoy big matches like that.
Yeah, like it was something else. It was a different experience altogether. Even how tired we were.
Yeah.
Like coming to school at 4 o'clock in the
We were
morning,
like on 4 hours.
3 days in a row.
Yeah,
we were on
4
4 hours of sleep for 4 days. And we were still partying. It was unbelievable.
It
such an experience.
was so good that there were people in stables who normally don't come to boys because they think it's lame and it's
It was
Not
such a
up to that
it was
standard.
such a satisfying moment because like that morning I spoke to my cousin actually, and I asked him why you will say one of boys thing, and he was like, no, I don't want to come there. My friends are all here. And then I looked into boys. I looked into stables, and to be fair, at that point stables did look a bit more fun than boys thing.
but
Fast forward like 4 hours later, and he actually called me to the stables, the fence, and he was like, "Can you get me in?" And that was just the most satisfying part of my day.
it wasn't just us, even the royal prefects were also with us, and that shows all the camaraderie and everything.
The
going
royal
on.
prefects just slowly inched their
They
way
slowly
over
inched their way
to
over to
our
us, right?
tent.
It was
I mean, we had a part where we all switched our flags and did
Yeah,
one
yeah,
round
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
royal prefects around
Some
the
of them
ground.
must have flags as well, right?
yeah, some of us love
Some
that
of
flag.
us.
We do not speak of that.
Moving on.
But
Kishan, you organize boys then, but have you ever been to boys then?
Yeah, actually, like about
I mean,
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago or so, I went to Boyston. Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
anyway, that's. I think we are running out of time for today's segment. We'll be having another, the second edition, second part of the College Prefects edition coming
Continuation
out.
of this.
So in a few days. So I think that's about it for today. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks, guys.
මහේෂ්
ගයන්
සවන් දෙන්න ගද ගහන 3:45 ශීඝ්‍රගාමී දුම්රිය පැමිණ ඇත.
මිනිත්තුවත්ද
ඔයාගේ ඇඟෙන් එන ගඳට දාඩිය එක ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන විෂ බීජ හේතු වෙනවා. ඒකයි ඔයා ඩෙටෝල් කූල් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන. දුගඳ වාහනය සිදු කරන විෂ බීජ 99.9%ක්ම නැති කරන්න ඒකට පුළුවන්. මෙන්තෝල් නිසා නැවුම් බහුකු තියෙනවා. මගේ නිවස ඩෙටෝල් නිසා ආරක්ෂිතයි.
Sri Lanka Telecom and Mobitel have formed a formidable force by unifying their services to lead the evolution of digital technology in Sri Lanka. SFT Mobitel, the connection.
We'd been planning our dream holiday for some time. Finally, everything clicked. A few weeks off and a great deal on flights with Lot. I checked many offers, but Lot was unbeatable. Amazing food and comfortable seats and more than enough space to relax and work out our travel plans or get a good night's sleep. This will be the journey of a lifetime.
Be our guest. Lot Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.
Cinnamon Legends spices, foods, beverages and personal care. Now at Keels, Cargill's, Arpico supermarkets, leading stores and pharmacies. www.cinnamonlegends.com 0112 738373.